So I was so scared. It took me actually a while to go out on the street because I'm one of those that I want to be prepared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody learns more when they get their asses whooped, but I really didn't like getting my ass whooped. So, it took me a minute. When I say a minute, it took me, probably a year before I actually started taking that car out and street racing it because I just didn't think I was fast. I didn't think it was fast enough. And so you know how that goes with pretty much every hot rod guy's story. So when I finally did, I was beating the majority of the cars I was racing, and so it just evolved. You know what I mean? There was a guy ahead of me, the one generation ahead of me. His name was Mike Acorn. He was the fastest dude in San Antonio, and he had a reputation of he didn't mingle with us. Like we would all be in a parking lot of a Sonic, and he would just drive by. He wouldn't hang out with us. And you go to the track, same thing. And so he was kind of the goal. He was the, the carrot on the stick of, that caliber of a guy, very respected. So I was really chasing him.
Okay.
And so I finally, that torch had to be passed, and that was in like the end of 1992.
Okay.
And here's another funny story. So a lot of your viewers probably never heard of Alamo Dragway. So Alamo Dragway was the track here in San Antonio. So that is it was a rundown track, like bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that because I had never been to a track anywhere else.
No comparison.
That was the first track, and I feel like that contributed to the success I had later because I adapted and I made that track work for me as far as I learned to go fast on a shitty track.
Right.
But I really didn't know it was shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you had no point of reference.
So I was hauling ass. I beat Mike Acorn's record. I tried to race him, and that's another funny story. But so long story short, the first event that I go to is a Fun Ford weekend. And this is, I think it was the end of 92, maybe, or the beginning of 93. And it was at that track.